Hey guys, it's your girl Boonie, and you're listening to episode 141 of the Boonie Breakdown podcast, your source for all things responsible and ratchet. All right, welcome to this week's episode, guys. I am really excited because the homegirl Shika is back on as our guest for this week, and it's a good little kiki. We really did not have an agenda with this episode. Sometimes you need those episodes, but I did receive a listener question asking us to give them an update on our dating lives, to give you guys an update on our dating lives during COVID. Child. Okay, so y'all can stick around for that. But I want to hop right into it. Boonie's pick of the week. This week, my pick of the week, I read an interesting article on the LA Times, and I have been trying to read things to take my mind off of what is happening in the world. And there was a study done in the LA Times that says Americans are having less sex now than they did 20 years ago. So back in 2000, people were fucking, and now nobody's fucking. And it said the change was most notable among men, especially men under the age of 35. Back in 2016 to 2018, it said 30% of men between just the ages of 18 and 24 said they hadn't been sexually active for at least a year. That compares to about 18% back in 2000. All right. So the men aren't out here fucking. And even married people, y'all not exempt either. Married people are having less sex than they did 20 years ago, too. Both married men and married women became less likely to have sex at least once a week. Instead, married couples are having sex only 1 to 3 times a month. Jesus Christ. And you know why that would be so hard for me, I feel like? But, I've also never lived with anyone. But I feel like I have the steady penis laying right next to me. How am I only touching it once or 3 times a month? I don't understand. So I just thought this article was very interesting. I will be sure to link it in the show notes if you want to read it. But I want to say I thought I've been trying to do my part here, guys, for you guys to have all the tools and techniques on how to use your voice and fuck with no regrets. Oh my God, we need to have more sex and have safe sex. Oh my God. But they said it actually is, they don't think it's a reflection of, what's going on in the bedroom, but they think it's a narrow view of what qualifies as sex these days. And it was saying that a lot, and there were an increase of people who saying they were celibate too. So I don't know what's going on. That's an interesting trend that in the last 20 years, people have stopped having a lot of sex. Is that why we're all so fucking frustrated and angry? Nobody out here fucking and busting nuts. But if you want to check out the article to figure out why Americans are having less sex, it will be linked in the show notes for you. All right. And let's get into the housekeeping here. Let's just get this out the way because someone messaged me and said, Boonie, I hate that you keep doing these countdowns, but I get why you're doing it. There are only 4 episodes left in this season. 4 episodes in season 7. We are winding down. I feel like this has been a good season, and I'm hoping that my last 4 interviews are amazing and you guys love them, and we go out on a bomb ass high for season 7. Next, feedback from episode 140 was the solo episode. I got a lot of feedback on when I was talking about the ritual that I went to and how they said to stop saying I can't breathe because we're casting a curse over our movement. I got a lot of comments about that. In particular, one read, someone commented on Instagram, shout out to the homie Cherished Flight. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who live it will eat its fruit. Psalm 18:21. Now, y'all know I probably only quoted a Bible verse on here once. But when she posted that on the Instagram image that I posted, it got quite a few likes. So I'm like, you know what? sis of Cherish Flight podcast was talking that truth there with her quote. So, all right. Also, you guys know I've been trying to get to 100 reviews on Apple Podcasts. We are almost there. We're at 90. I just need 10 more. We're so close. So close. And I got a bomb review this week. 5 stars from Spiffy Inc., my virtual sister. LOL. I love this podcast. Boonie is me and I am her. I love everything about it. So I love you too, Spiffy Inc. Thanks for the 5-star review. And if you two listen on any Apple devices, Apple, MacBooks, iPods, iPads, you can go to the purple app that says podcast. You will need to search for the Boonie Breakdown, select the podcast, scroll down where it says write a review, hit those 5 stars, submit. That is it. You don't even have to write anything. You could just hit the 5 stars and call it a day. But if you feel inclined to write something, your note could be featured on the next episode of the Boonie Breakdown podcast. All right. And be sure to follow us on all social media on Facebook and Instagram at the Boonie Breakdown. On Twitter, just at Boonie Breakdown. All right. And when sharing this episode, please be sure to use the hashtag the Boonie Breakdown, the hashtag PODIN, PODIN. All right. So that is it for me, guys. So let's get ready to break it down. All right, y'all. So here we are. It's your girl, and I have the homie Shika's here.
Hey.
It's so funny because the last few times I've recorded, I've been using Zoom, which I normally don't use. And so I feel like seeing the person actually helps the episode, I must say.
I have not seen you in years.
Forever.
Yeah. I would have seen you by now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
But I feel like even with recording with Brian on Zoom, and I think I did Kenny on Zoom, it's like different seeing you.
Yeah.
I feel like I tried it out with people I know. The test is when I do it with somebody I don't know.
Yeah.
Might be uncomfortable. I'll see.
It might be a little awkward.
Yeah, because I'm so used to not seeing the people since I don't record in person. It's so great.
And like, it's like...
Yeah, you could be. I can be looking ridiculous. Like with you, I did not do anything special because it's you. But
I didn't even know it was them.
Yeah,
you almost
surprise, bitch.
FaceTime me. Like I nigga FaceTime you with no warning. Like, excuse me, but I don't care. Listen.
So I got a DM. Look, I got a DM. From someone asking what you and I were doing right now on the dating front. And they were like, we did the episode a while ago. I'm trying to pull up the DM. They said we did the episode a while ago. We were talking about the app situation, etc. I will say dating is already painful. And during this COVID bullshit has made it worse.
I hate it here. I do not, I am struggling with whether or not I really like niggas. Like, I am turned off so easily from like the attempt. And I told you about the last person. He was like, oh, maybe the vegan guy or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, God, so annoying. Like everything he says is annoying to me. And I'm just like, he asked me about a walk yesterday. We haven't even exchanged phone numbers. Nick, what are you talking about? I don't feel
I feel like I got back on the dating app. I'm not back. I'm not on there. I went on there this time because I was making a friend sign up. So I was like, look at me.
I thought about that.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'll go back on because I made her go back on. And this time I did Bumble. I paid the little $10 to see the beeline because I was like, I don't feel like swiping on these niggas.
Me too.
So I was like, let me just see who swiped on me. Let's make this easier and go from there. And I had about 12 conversations going. And I was like, wow, look at that. Like, this might be it. And then I think that maybe it's like 2 days. Yeah. And then I noticed it was 3. Mm-hmm. I'm also, this is funny. So one of them turns out that I knew his mother and his sister. So absolutely not. So it's okay. This one's dead in the water. And Shika spits out her water. And then the other two were still cool. Then out of nowhere, the guy, like I put something on my profile, like, you know, we'll get along if you like Family Guy, because I love Family Guy. I watch it almost every day. Mm-hmm. And he's like, let's watch Family Guy together. Mm-hmm. Oh, on like FaceTime? Oh, sure. Maybe. He's like, no, I can come over. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't even know your last name, my nigga.
I have had the same exact experience. I am and nodding so much because literally the same thing has happened to me.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know your last name. And you want to come to my house or want me to come to your house so we can watch Family Guy. Okay. And then the other guy must be blind. I don't know, because I'm very intentional about the pictures that I put on my profile. Mm-hmm. I'm a fat girl. And so I don't want none of that. Oh, I just show you headshots. No, I'm very upfront about this. It's okay. So I have 3 full body shots and 3 face shots. So he messages me like, are you BBW? And I was like, did you look at my pictures?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, did you look at my pictures? I was like, yeah, I'm a fat girl. And he was like, LOL. And I was like, well, what's funny?
What the fuck is up?
Like, what's happening here? Because I went back and looked at my page like, no, there's 3 pictures. Okay.
Yeah, like, are you confused?
And then he unmatched me. But I'm like, but you saw the pictures when you swiped right.
But you matched. Like yeah. you looked at all 6 of my pictures and probably read my whole profile to then say right.
Yeah, Shika. So yeah, that was my experience back on Bumble. I'm not. I don't know.
Oh no, I don't know. I'm definitely in a relationship with myself. That is my date. Listen, y'all, dead ass. I date me. I go for walks. You know what I mean? I cook.
Oh, you go for long walks?
I go for long walks. I took one this morning, 4 miles. All right. Go for long walks. I cook bomb ass dinner. I make myself drinks. Okay. I create ambiance in here. I am dating me because this shit is nuts. Like you said, it was already difficult.
Already.
And so it's like I was matching with a guy and then we exchanged numbers. And this was like early. Bitch, this was early quarantine. This is like, we're still in March. Like maybe early April. So then we exchanged numbers. We would FaceTime, whatever. And again, he kind of suggested coming over. And I was like, I
don't get that.
To that. And he was like, you can just say yes or no. I was like, well, nigga, it's no. And you do that.
Yeah,
we never spoke again.
I do not understand this need to immediately. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have any problem giving my number quickly. I laugh because I'm like, y'all know back up in episode, I can't remember the number it was, the episode with Tora Sense, and she kind of low-key dragged me about giving my number out so quick to the people. But because I don't like the app. So
yeah, I do both. It depends. I do both.
Yeah, it's not every guy I get my number to, but if we got a good flow, then I'll give you my number. And then if I have to, I'll just block you. Like, it don't make no never mind to me.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually don't speak to any of the niggas I've given my number to from the app. We don't. It just fizzles out.
So I still have one. I still have one. Hold on.
Good. This is from March. Like a lot of my matches were like April.
Okay.
What are we? Oh shit! I was about to say we're in May. It is actually June.
We're fucking in June.
So yeah, it just kind of. And I'm sure if I text them like whatever, but I'm just very turned off. And like I said, it's one guy. Like I have maybe 10 matches sitting in my Bumble. We've all had conversations. It's only one person we're like continuing, and he like, you know, he's one of them grand rising ass niggas, and that's. I'm an issue. Like, yes, I have a Himalayan salt lamp here.
Look, that's level 2 of Hotep.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, I Palo Santo my house today, yes, but I'm not grand rising. So we communicate, but there's things that I just already realized, like, I can't. And then he's like, I didn't pay attention because now I'm not paying attention what anybody's looking for because none of this shit really matters. Like, we are playing a video game. So he mentioned, like, I'm looking for casual. What about you? And I was like, how do you achieve that in a pandemic? Nigga said, wear condoms. And I was like,
oh God. I was wondering about that. And
6 feet long, my nigga.
yeah, like
Please.
I wanna know, like, people out there, you're listening, you're single, guys and girls, let me know. Like, have y'all been doing casual hookups on the Rona? I have not. I've only had sex with people I've had sex with prior to the Rona.
Yeah,
But
and I
just
murder the person I last had sex with, so I haven't had any sex with anybody.
yeah, I'm just curious if people, because I feel like I was out this weekend and it feels like the Rona is over. That's how people are acting. I saw people at parties on Instagram, no mask, driving around. Like, I've noticed people have taken to the parks because, you can meet and gather, but still people are very close on each other, no mask. Went out.
I'm stressed out about it. My homegirl, like, we in a group chat, so one of my friends was like, oh, yes, just yesterday was like, oh, who's trying to drink? And I was like, where? Because I guess DC, I didn't even know niggas was like, okay, first of all, I'm in a bubble half the time.
Yeah, this shit is open now.
I sparingly tweet here and there. I really scroll through the time. I can't because it would drive me nuts. And so I'm like y'all going outside?
Yeah, and you are like, out.
Oh, I'm not ready yet. And she was like, oh no, I'm still getting dressed. I was like, no. I'm not ready to be out frolicking in this just yet.
I'm not like, I'll still go to a store. I'll go to the grocery store sometimes just because if I need it faster or things that I need for my grandfather, it's just quicker for me to just run to the store and run out. But my mom laughed because she was like, you were already in and out the store, motherfucker. I be in and out these stores so quick. Like, I have my list. Bam, 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 bam. Check out. I'm out of there. I'm not lingering. I did, and I'm kind of pissed at Nordstrom Rack because I got an email from them talking about, oh, your stores near you are opening, 40% off the whole store through June 17th. I said, oh, bitch gonna have to mask up. So I go to the Nordstrom Rack in Columbia, and that motherfucker was closed.
I've been hearing things like that happening.
So I'm like, Nordstrom, what did you send me this for?
Right, you lied to my face.
And you can see other people like parking and looking like, oh. And I'm like, why is it closed? I was already had my mask. I'm gonna go in here and I'm going home.
Yeah, I go to the grocery store because I just wasn't. Grocery store shopping was one of my things that made me happy. I would go to Wegmans when it's open. The soundtrack is always bombing there. I'm singing, dancing, not that many people. But now it's more stressful.
It is.
Let me tell you, these Instacart motherfuckers, I be in the store about to fight. Either I'm being helpful or I'm about to fight. I had to help niggas find cilantro, the difference between cilantro and curly parsley.
Okay. Sis, I've done Instacart a few times during this pandemic. The other day, I asked for a bag of peeled garlic from Wegmans. They sell the peeled garlic sometimes, right? I was like, I need a lot of cloves of garlic for what I was making. I don't want to bust all the shit. Just give me that bag. She replaces the shit with Bib lettuce.
How?
Why not get a thing of garlic, a piece of garlic then?
Like, what is that?
Bulb of garlic. The bitch got me Bib lettuce, and I'm like, I'm not paying for that. Take that shit back.
Do you want me to make a lettuce wrap?
Yeah, I was like, I need garlic, bitch.
That's not the same.
Then I had some chicken breast. She gonna pick up a $25 pack of chicken breast.
Was there 25 chicken breasts in there? What the fuck is that?
Man, put that back too. I'm not.
Nobody wants that. I
said $11 was my limit. Why are you picking up $25 worth of chicken?
No.
So yeah, sometimes the Instacart is crazy. And it's funny because I was reading something, you take stuff with grain of salt on, but NPR put out a really good article that was like gauging the level of risk of certain activities now. And that was very helpful because it was like small gatherings with friends, like outside, all those things that are normal. It pretty much, and then this other thing I saw, I just pulled it up, where it rated the risk level of certain things from 1 to 10, 10 being the riskiest. Pretty much the most riskiest things right now. It was like, and I'm like, these were all 6 and above, a risk of 6 and above. Bars were the highest.
Of course.
Buffets, sports stadiums, gyms, amusement parks, churches, basketball, public pools, casinos, restaurants, indoor seating, playgrounds, hair salons and barbershops were at a 6. Movie theaters were 6. I'm like, okay, well,
yeah.
I know, like, I would not go where I am with it now. I'll go out. I'm still going to do curbside pickup from a restaurant. I can go take it to somebody's backyard, eat it there. Done that a couple times with plate people. But you will not catch me in no movie theater. You were hard to press to find me in one before. So I just,
maybe.
But you're not going to catch me there. You're not going to catch me packed somewhere with thousands of people. So concerts, sporting, all that shit is out for me for a while. Yeah. I am shocked that they fucking open casinos because people are just stuffed in there. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That air doesn't circulate out.
And I drove past a few bars yesterday and them motherfuckers were packed.
To that point, I randomly jumped in Twitter real quick and I saw somebody retweet, maybe somebody that works in New York, like at a bar. They was like, I work at the bar and I work for the first time on the 10th. They was like, stay home. And basically like had a thread of like, listen, I am washing my hands in between. I touch each plate and da-da-da-da. But it's like, it is not sustainable. And everybody is not doing it. So like, stay your ass at home.
Yeah, you already know that people are not, everybody doesn't have the same level of cleanliness to begin with, first of all. And so, like you said, this shit isn't sustainable to say, I'm going to do this in between every meal and do that. Like, the fuck? So I'm just going to do keep doing curbside.
Yeah. And I'm not sitting in a fucking bar with no mask on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
That's the one thing too. I like, a friend had asked me to go on a cruise with them later in the year. And I really just don't feel comfortable being on a cruise ship right at this time. So I told him, like, I declined for that reason. Yeah. But I was thinking like maybe later in the year, I would feel comfortable getting on a plane. I don't know. I still don't know. I don't know.
I was very much with Kenny. I was going to Barbados in about actually in exactly 10 days. In exactly 10 days, I was going to Barbados. I just had, because it's a mind fuck, because you see people fucking and casually and
frolicking,
frolicking, and it's just like, yeah, these things they getting sick. So I'm just like, I don't really, and there's so much like, oh, if you never got symptoms, you won't catch it or this or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't really know what's going on. So I'll be safe most of the time, but I was going to get on a fucking plane. And
my thing was, if I did, it would have to be short because I'm not wearing that mask for a long period of time. Yeah. And two, I guess for me with the travel, it was it's like some of these restrictions you have when you get there. I still want to go somewhere and it's a vacation. I don't want to be having to worry what cab I'm getting in. I gotta take this. Yeah. That's what I was like. Some places you got to quarantine for 14 days when you get there. Yeah. Other places you got to have a negative COVID test within the last 48 hours. Like, yeah. I don't want to play. I don't want to do this.
Oh, let me tell you, they fucked you. They fucked your girl because at first, because I had a villa and like a chef. So it was like, the beach was walkable. Like it was kind of private. So I was cool. But at first the villa was very flexible, like maybe 4 weeks before my flight got canceled, because they only canceled me a month out.
Damn.
And they were like, we're getting refunds because we know what's going on. You can reschedule, blah, blah, blah. Well, a lot of these places are passing laws because they're losing so much money.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, okay, no refunds now. I mean, in a matter of 4 weeks, no longer have to give refunds. And you just reschedule. So I'm just booked to go the same dates in 2021.
Gotcha.
Now I got an email from Royalton Caribbean saying they opening up Jamaican the grill. And I was like, I mean, like, I don't know, because I am quarantining for real. Like, I see people here and there. Somebody may stop over. I'll go to my brother's house, but that is it. And we're in the backyard, whatever. So I'm like, I really feel like I don't know if I'm going to make it another 365, not going anywhere.
So that's my thing. I'm trying to find things that maybe I can do, like a road trip. It's funny. I saw a commercial. It was very smart last night. It was like a commercial for Kia, and it was like, who knows the next time we'll be able to see the world from $35,000 feet in the air. Mm-hmm. It's like, buy this new car because road trips are the way to go. And that's where I'm looking like, okay, I've planned a few road trips that I could do. Maybe this is the time to do it. Taking a day trip. So stuff like that. But I'm like you. I have to. It's weird. Like, I ain't been nowhere. The last time I haven't done this was after my surgery, when I just didn't have any leave to go anywhere.
Right. And I left a vacation into quarantine. Like, I came back home and it was time for quarantine. So it was like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
it's weird. Yeah, and even like my last couple of days, like Puerto Rico started curfew early, and they had like 2 cases. They were not fucking around. They was like, everybody home. So, I don't know. So for my birthday, I'll be in the backyard, couple of friends.
Well, here's the thing. Look, I told somebody was like, oh, we going to celebrate our half birthday. I'm like, the fuck you are? I said, nope, y'all can't be imposing on us winter babies. Y'all get your birthday in 2021.
Right. No, I'm going to let this happen.
Like, now y'all know how we feel in motherfucking winter. We can't do shit outside.
Exactly. I'm going to be telling somebody's kid about a quarantine motherfucking birthday. How you had
what I am looking forward to, and if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I was really bummed because my wax appointment was canceled.
Sorry.
Now I'm concerned about that because the girl called out sick. Right. So I called back, like, once I got over my sleep. I was like, She said, call out sick. I called back and I was like, hey, what is do you have a process in place for her to return to work? And they're like, oh, yes. She has to come with the doctor's note saying that she's clear of any COVID symptoms. She can't come back to work for like 48 hours. So because she called out for Saturday, they canceled all her appointments for Sunday and Monday. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, damn, you just got back and lost all that money. Right. All that tip money. So now they're trying to like reschedule everybody. So I got rescheduled for this Thursday. But I've been noticing people post pictures on Instagram and shit, and I know they're not throwbacks. And I even tweeted somebody like, sis, are you waxing yourself? Like, how does your bikini area look so clean? Were you trimming?
And people were using get out of the house too.
Yeah, some people were like, they were using Veet. They're never going to get waxed again. They're using Nair.
I was a Veeter or a Nair person before I ever got a Brazilian. But it is, don't do that. It's just not. And now that you just have to be very careful because it's a chemical. Like, if your skin is any slightly irritated, it's going to burn. It's going to burn you. You know what I mean? Like say how you put it on your legs, and if you have like a bump or a nick, it kind of takes the skin off a little bit. So you got to be super careful. And also for like the inside of the lips, you don't want that shit anywhere near your vagina hole. Okay?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, so I used to use it on the top and the sides. I was never...
Because my thing about it is, my favorite part of the Brazilian really has nothing to do with the vag. It really is the booty for me.
I am so ashamed.
Why?
Because I have never in my life had this much hair in my asshole, I feel.
Listen.
I am so saddened. I am reminded every time I go to the bathroom, I'm like, what is life? Like, I told you I bought a bikini trimmer, right? Bitch, I was about to bikini trim my whole asshole. Like, when I tell you, and I was like, Shika, I think I think you're going too far. Like I did a little bit, and
Sis,
then I was
you
like,
aren't
take
going
it
too
back.
far. Sis, I am with
So,
you.
so
I'm with you. I have been getting Brazilians at least for the last 10 years, 11 years,
you know,
something like this.
fine.
This is the first time in my adult life that I've had a hairy booty hole, and I am sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. It's not cool. Getting your period, all this hair.
Oh,
This shit is trash.
it's coming. I'm dreading it. Actually, yes, we used to go to the same waxer back in the day. Like,
Yes.
I didn't know it could be this much. Like,
It's
maybe it's been
ridiculous.
removed from my memory.
I'm gonna have to pay her more because I'm gonna be like, I think it's a little peach fuzz on the booty cakes itself. Like, sis, I need you to just clean everything up and get me back right.
Listen. Oh my God. Because let me tell you, I booked my wax appointment too. Because European, let me tell you, all the bitches of America must have been on European Wax Center. Because when I got that email, I had 5 tabs open. Like, please load. Please. That was an app.
Shika girl, listen. I was knocked out sleep, drooling on my hands on the bed, right? I was like, oh God. My glasses was like pushing into my side, grabbed my phone, and the alert there, it said, hello, beautiful. I said, oh.
Hi.
I opened that app so quick. Them appointments was getting snatched so fast.
The girl that I liked, the girl that I was going to last, like her first appointment was on the 21st. And I was like, damn, it's like I was too late because I just looked on my computer randomly. And then the shit was frozen for like 30 minutes. And then finally it went through. And I was just like, and they sent an email like you could get some extra for 50% off or some shit.
Oh yeah, it's like if you get extra wax. Yeah, you get an extra service. Yeah.
Bitch, I might pay you $50 just all tip. Like, what is the service?
I'm gonna have to tip her. I'm gonna tip her astronomically because sis, you got to get me right again.
Like, I'm going to be. I don't even need. You normally don't need your legs that wide. You can butterfly. No. I'm spread eagling. Get it all, please.
Jessica sis. Jessica sis, you gonna be in there like my gynecologist.
Like, and y'all might have to hold me down because I know this shit going to hurt. Do you know?
I just pulled up Jessica's book. She doesn't have any appointments until July 22nd.
Oh my God. So we're going to have to book our phone.
I'm going to have to book
right now.
I got to book out now for my next one. I'm just thinking, like, let me go ahead and book it now.
So stressful. It's so stressful. No, like, I am upset. Like, I used the bikini trimmer and I took damn near everything down and I was just like, I hate it here. I hate it.
Yeah, I bought one and I just couldn't bring myself to do it because I was like, I have faith they're going to open back up soon. They're going to open back up and she's going to yell at me because my hairs are different lengths and she can't grab it and she's going to get the tweezers and I don't want to see the tweezers because we ain't had the tweezers in a long time.
Yeah, you train your pussy hair. I don't think y'all understand. Like,
they don't.
People who don't like get it done when you get waxed, your pussy hair is trained.
It grows. It knows. Now I'm like, we starting all over. We got to train this shit.
I don't even know what's up under there.
This is like 10 years of work down the drain. Drain.
I'm thinking about, like, I'm going to EWC, but I feel like if I have like some type of adverse reaction and my vagina doesn't react the way that I want it to, I might have to go to Janine and get like a pussy mask or something. Because like
I was thinking, okay, bitch, let's go. I was thinking my pussy deserves a facial too, the vajacials or whatever.
Yeah, I want one.
Did you see the motherfucking video going around on Instagram and Twitter? Because you said you weren't on social. This lady, I think she's in Atlanta. Houston, somewhere down there. She's literally puts a mask on and she has the steam blowing on the pussy. But the way she's massaging it, I would have nutted all over that motherfucking.
Yeah, definitely.
No, like
I haven't seen it, but no, I
would have nutted all over her thing. Like, it's startling the times when Jessica actually like touches my clit. Like, ooh, okay, all right, sis. But somebody rubbing my pussy like that, I'm coming.
Oh yeah, and you know, I end up getting touched because they have to move, things around, and I'm always like, yeah, I can hold it.
But it's like
whatever. But it's always like, yikes. Only time it's not like that is like at the gyno. Like, that is no oohs. That is always tragic. I know. I'm always like, oh my God. They always like, ma'am, relax, because I know you are squeezing, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like in preparation. But yeah, I'm going to cry. I have committed myself that if I don't cry that day, I'm going to play my cry songs and I'm going to find tears.
Listen,
I'm
I'm
letting it all
already
out.
like, I'm gonna have to take in a leave or something beforehand.
Definitely.
Like, I'm just not prepared to start. Like, I just can't believe I'm starting over, Jesus.
I'm so afraid because, and the crazy shit is, I remember before I got my first Brazilian, when I got it done, I was like, oh, it's way less painful than I thought it would be. I don't feel, I can't get myself to that feeling now. I'm just like, oh, this shit gonna hurt, bitch. It's gonna hurt. Only part not gonna hurt is the butt. And then that might hurt because that is new. There's more that you gotta do. Like, imagine they might have to go across twice. Like, I'm gonna get high and probably take an Advil when I get there.
Oh, that's probably smart, actually.
Yeah.
That's smart. Yeah, I don't think people really understand all that goes into women. It really is, like you said, a training done there of preparing your body.
Shaved and shit. Like, wax.
But what, you know what I am looking into now? And I emailed, and it's so funny, I got to follow up on the email. I got an ad for laser hair removal.
I would love to.
I think I might price that now, because I always said once I was done with Invisalign that I would do laser next. And I don't even think that would be my first area. Really, my first area is my chin, this mustache. You can get all this. This would be my first area. My second might be my underarms, and then third, my Brazilian.
They can take my underarm hair.
Yeah, I could do. So it's going to be chin, mustache, underarms, and then the pussy.
Yeah, my mustache.
But I'm definitely going to price it.
Get my mustache done. I mean, I feel like it doesn't get as thick, but like
it doesn't. I got the little wax strips and wax my little lip myself.
Bitch, I got a host of wax kits in here I ain't never touched, because I was to that point. Like, you know, back when you didn't know no better, you attempted to wax your own veg and you got through that. You ain't even have strips. Like,
bitch, I ain't never tried that shit.
I was going to at least do the bikini line. Like, I'm tired. I'm so, like, every time I look down, I'm like, nope. Why? And then it's like, we're masturbating. Like, it's just not, it don't hit the same.
It don't hit the same. And it's so funny because Shika, I was just saying, this is why we kindred spirits sometimes. I was just telling somebody, masturbating with the toys don't feel the same with all this hair. It's like extra friction. It don't get. So I just been busting it down with what God gave me with these fingers, and because the toys just really don't hit the same.
You need that glide, man. It's the same thing like when you have sex with a Brazilian versus not. Like, it's just so much more free of sliding, and I'm tired. I know the world deserves a lot of the bullshit it's getting.
Yeah.
But being a black woman in America, I don't deserve this. I'm sorry. Pulling the fucking race car. Yes, I am. We don't deserve it.
Look, we can pull the race car for everybody right now.
As many motherfuckers that are in my email sending me apologies, I didn't fucking ask for it. You goddamn right. I don't deserve this. Matter of fact, put that on a bill of rights somewhere. Bitches get free Brazilians for the next year. Put it somewhere. Listen, I'm tired. I want my nails done. Like, I've been taking care of my nails so well, and then they get to this point
and they break. It's why
side cracks, and I'm just like, I'm gonna jump out the window if this happens again.
I'm with you. Like, mine right now don't look terrible. Like,
yeah,
I told you, got my Sally Hansen hardest nails.
Yeah.
But I just had to cut them down because they got longer and they started breaking on the side. I'm like, I need my SNS.
One of my oldest friends, we go to the same nail girl. She was like, oh yeah, I got an appointment. And I was like, I didn't know. I was like, when? So I text her. That same week I'm getting a Brazilian, I am going to get my nails done.
So yeah, I get my Brazilian finally Thursday. I will be getting braids at the end of the month. I wanted, when she rebooked, I booked later in the month because I wanted to see how shit popped off. Yeah. If she got sick, people like her practices. My nail girl wasn't starting back till July 1st. But I got my pedicure. I said, we'll start with the pedicure.
Yeah. Start light.
Yeah, and then we'll work back up to the nails. I am concerned about getting a facial and the eyebrows because that's just so close. Even though my girl wore a mask and all that shit already.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, maybe if I go and get the first appointment of the day, same thing with the dentist. I need the first appointment of the day. So it's certain things I'm trying to integrate back in. My eye doctor called me like, we open, you need to come get a new prescription.
Right.
All right, y'all motherfuckers got to give me some time. Okay. And then I was looking too, my FSA, I have a shit ton of money in there. And I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to spend all this shit. Right. Mm-hmm. Look, I was going through old purses, finding receipts from Walgreens, trying to submit for tampons. Like, oh, this cover this now.
Right.
But yeah, I think trying to get back into the, I want to do all my grooming things, but being home, not going out, not drinking, not wasting time partying, not spending money on grooming services. I have saved a lot of money, and I have paid off a lot of credit card debt.
Amen. Me too. I got one more that I'm about to get the fuck out
and so I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. I kind of don't want to go back to normal because this is the only way I can save money is if I'm not doing nothing. So I might be on a self-imposed quarantine until the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm chilling out for a good amount of time. Even with that, like the grooming stuff, I miss it, but I remember, we take shit for granted, but there's a point where it feels like a chore, like it's almost like an errand you run because it's every 3-4 weeks and you're doing it. So I did get my hair, my color refreshing and got a trim, but I go every 3 months anyway, maybe. So
gotcha.
It was only her and I, mask. That's it. And then by the time I was leaving, somebody else was coming in. So she had her appointments kind of staggered because she was even having to call people who was like 15 minutes late, like, you have to rebook. I can't.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. I've been noticing things. Everything is going to be more expensive. I know people adding COVID fees, increasing their fees because of they can't have as many people or service as many people. But I was like, I think everyone just has to be creative. Yeah, I just feel like everyone has to be creative. Maybe all of the stylists can't be in there at the same time. So maybe your hours aren't, 8 to 4. Maybe y'all gotta work 6 to 10 and y'all staggered in that motherfucker.
Lucky for her, she got her own shop like right before this happened.
The people with them salon suites are okay, because that's the only reason why I'm going to get my braids, because I'm like, well, it will just be me and her in there. Like I won't be sitting in there with a lot of people.
My nails does that, so yeah. And I still got, it's not this week, I got next week, and I'm like, okay, thank you, universe, because this can be a birthday gift to me.
Come on, birthday.
Like I can go into my birthday and not have, ode to the year I was born vagina, I'm not trying to go in with the 85, the 84, Lord, the 84 vagina. I would like to go in with a 2021. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Thank you. So but yeah, ain't no dating, ain't none of that shit. I'm not gonna be wandering around. I'm home most of the time. And I don't mind it. Like I need space from people anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed it's things that I miss, but for the most part, because not much in my life changed, that I'm okay.
Exactly.
I feel okay.
Yeah, I feel okay for the most part. I just can't be an all-knowing of what the fuck is going on because I internalize. I'm really empathetic, and like shit just starts to weigh on me. So I'm like, I just kind of have to back up. And it's like every time I check in, I'm seeing something traumatic.
It's too much. I mean, I've done a good job in muting accounts, unfollowing stuff.
Do a wash of that.
I have taken, like I said in the last 2 episodes, pretty much, and somebody took offense to it. I'm not sharing shit to teach people. That's not my place. It's Google fucking exists. There are many resources out here that you can do it without me having to be a motherfucking teacher. So, yeah,
I'm white friends, thank God. Like and that's that on that. Me and whites, I'm good. Like, I am good for this foreseeable future. That don't mean I hate y'all. Just I'm good. I don't need. I do not
Yeah.
need that close to me at all. We're in
And
a
it, and
fucked
I
up time.
honestly don't have, I mean, and I blogged about this years ago. It's probably
Mhm.
still on the site, but I don't have any white friends in the sense that I'm not having friends who come to my houses. Y'all didn't invite me to your weddings. I probably wouldn't invite you to my wedding.
Absolutely.
So those are things that I do with friends, and I don't do those. I don't have any
Yeah.
white people to do that with.
Yeah. I know some of y'all. I know some of
Yeah.
y'all. Some of y'all know me. But
But that's the extent
yeah.
of that relationship.
Mhm.
So
I'm
it
okay with
is what the
that.
fuck it is. But
No
yeah,
sir.
I feel like social media is doing a lot right now. I think and I did a rant about this, but I think it was on my personal Instagram. I'm not understanding what's happening right now. Because
Confusing.
it's very hurtful to realize all these motherfucking brands I mean, and I like it's a hard pill to swallow to realize people just do not fucking care until they have to. And
No.
all these brands doing all this fuck shit this week because they have to. Like
Yeah.
the one group, the people who do Thug Kitchen. You've heard of Thug Kitchen, right? But
Like
it's
the gang member joints that be cooking. Is that
yeah,
what it is?
they're the
Yeah.
white people. So now they're white though, but they're now like, oh, we've been called out many times over the years about our name and appropriating. So now they're gonna work to change their name. They're not gonna be Thug Kitchen no more, but after like 8 years.
But like you
Uh,
just said it, you've been called out for years. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, maybe there's something with
and
the
my thing is like to that,
misalignment.
but
But
so my
what's
thing is like,
this?
fuck you, because you
Absolutely.
people have told you for years. The point is, y'all,
That's the
not they
thing.
don't care. I
You
mean, that's the
don't care.
bottom line.
Like,
People
you don't give a fuck. And even to just like piggyback on it, because like I told you before, like before we started recording, that I had been looking at the Epstein shits because I had listened to podcasts about it. But just like seeing visually what the fuck was going on, it's not even only just they don't give a fuck about black people. It's then this layer of capitalism where if you ain't got no motherfucking money, we don't give a fuck about you. And these motherfuckers who have money, they was fucking raping little white girls that
girls,
they fucking killed Emmett Till for, and everything's fine. Like, so I don't have
literally
hope.
like
It's bizarre.
it is astounding when you watch if you watch the Filthy Rich on Netflix. This nigga made a child molestation, sex trafficking pyramid scheme. Like
Yes.
that is what he did,
Yeah.
and they
And
call
no money. Like, nigga was broke. Like, started off broke,
he
uneducated. Like,
scammed his whole life. He
damn, his
scammed
whole
his
life.
entire whole life.
His whole entire life.
His
He's just
whole
like
life.
the fire festival nigga. Just
Yes,
like that. It's amazing to me.
the things that they
And
can get away with that we cannot.
yeah, and you better goddamn believe he did not hang himself, because I don't give a fuck what people say 10 years later, or I ain't seen him in 10 years. Y'all was keying in these pictures with this man, former President Bill Clinton,
All the
current
people who went to the island.
45.
Yeah.
Y'all was in fucking Africa with this. Like, it's a mind fuck
I'm like,
that,
he was got the fuck up out of here
yeah,
because too many
but
people
he
were
was
gonna.
going to end up snitching to get his own ass out.
Yeah, and my thing is like, is he even dead? Like, did we see a body? Was like, what happened with that?
Because they have no problem with fucking exploiting and throwing and showing our bodies all across the fucking
Yeah, I'm
news like
like,
that shit's
do
regular.
we believe that he's dead? I
Let me
don't
see that
know.
shit in the body bag, because I don't buy it. They could have.
Yeah, I'm
I've
like,
seen the band. Open that shit up. Let us see. It's nutty. So I'm just like, all y'all, like, if I get one more email from somebody with a paragraph
we
of something,
care. Yeah, I
I
just
don't give a fuck. I don't, like, y'all cannot give a fuck all you want to. Like,
it's.
please.
I'm gonna use that meme for one of the images for this promo. One of my friends, one of the homies, made this meme, and it's a still shot. Because at first I was like, where the fuck would Quavo be pulling out a gun on Queen Latifah? Like, where was this happening? But it's from the show
Yeah.
Star,
Yeah.
and so the person made the meme, and it's Quavo, and they labeled it white people with the gun, and then Queen Latifah is black people, and on the gun they were like sincerity. So I went on this whole thing and just kept over putting things on top of it. Like,
no, they are literally like, y'all are still you're attempting to force your will upon us. Get the fuck. I'm so tired. It's wild that they could even think that we would be dumb enough. And then I see shit with people being in other people's comments like, we accept your apology. Bitch, are you black? It doesn't matter what you accept.
Yo, that was the whole thing with anthropology. That blew me.
Now, I read about that shit. That shit is wild.
Anthropologies was wild. It was another one. It's an influencer marketing company, and a few people went after him, like, show us the receipts. And
they've been eating BuzzFeed right on up.
Yeah, it's a few brands where it's like they just don't care, and I don't. And I feel like I said that in like 2 episodes ago, I don't know, but like, I really have swallowed that pill. That
me too.
And I know it's a terrible place to be, but it's just like, why at this point, when you've been in power for 400 plus years and in control and the winners, and I mean that, why would you give that up now? Right? Like, why now would you say, sure, we'll make things right? Like, you're not. Like, all this shit is bullshit.
Like, shit is getting scary. So now you have to say something.
A bitch like me, I don't even fuck with guns. I'm signing up for gun training. I'm getting a license.
My brother been telling me, he didn't make me hold one of his guns and everything. I'm like, my nigga, like,
yeah, I hate it, but I'm totally, I'm doing it. I'm getting the proper license and paperwork, and I'm getting a gun. Like,
cause it's cause we don't know. Like, we don't even know. Like, I don't even want to know the way this shit's been going. We're at the halfway mark. Yes,
almost there. Yep.
Like, half these last 6 months. I will stay right here.
It's literally like 15 days into the halfway point of the year, and like, you think this has only been the first 6 months.
I don't even want to know what winter's going to look like. Like, we might legit be in Game of Thrones by the time. Like, we might get the last season we all wanted that they disappointed us with.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
Because I feel like winter's coming, and I don't even know.
Winter's coming.
I don't even know.
Winter is fucking coming.
Okay? Y'all prepare yourself. Stay safe. Shit.
Yeah, stay safe. Look, you got any final words? I've been asking people, do they have any final thoughts? Any final words?
Take care of yourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, especially mentally, because it is so easy. I've been seeing a lot of things of people, suicide happening. Take care of yourself. If you feel in a way, reach out to somebody you trust. Someone who can be compassionate and kind towards you, because that's very important when you're in a time of need. I get that. And love up on yourself. Don't beat yourself up for anything right now. Anything. We're in times we've never had to exist in. We all got to learn what works for us. And some days you have it, some days you fucking don't. I feel like I'm stealing from the white man some days, and it is what it is. Because I deserve reparations. You know what I'm saying? Like, find your way to be okay with where you are right now with everything. And
I like that. Find your space to be okay with where you are right now. I fuck with it. So, all right. Thanks, Shika girl.
All right.
All right, thanks again to the homie Shika for coming on the podcast. I told you, we really didn't have an agenda, but it was a good little kiki. And as you can tell, we are serious about a waxed booty hole. I know we are not alone, all right? But if you enjoy a waxed booty hole and this episode, I encourage you to listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or any app that you listen to your favorites on. Don't forget to leave those reviews too. We're so close, 10 more to 100 5-star reviews, all right? If you leave one, you might just hear your review on the next episode. Follow us on all social media. Share the episode with those you love, those you don't love, those you fucking hate. I don't make these pretty images for nothing, okay? Have a dope-ass week. Stay healthy, sane, and safe. All right? And thank you for listening. And remember, the ratchet in me always honors the ratchet in you. Home I stay. Until next time.